Hello students, I am Dr. Bipin B. Gawande and welcome to video lecture series for engineering graphics. In this video, now we are going to discuss about the part B of unit number 6, that is radial line development method. Now this radial line development method, it is used for the cone and pyramids. Okay. Before that we have seen the parallel line development method, which is used for cylinder and the prisms. Now in this video, now we are going to discuss about the radial line development method for the cone. Now this cone is something like this, similar to the ice cream cone, okay, which is having the base circle. Okay, it is having only one circle here and it is having the apex, so that is O. Now the line joining the apex with the points on the base circle, this is called as generator in case of the cone. Okay, so this nomenclature is very important for the cone, where the bottom circle of the cone, it is called as base circle. The top end of the axis of the cone, okay, so this is the axis of the cone, and the top corner of the axis of the cone, this is called as the apex. And the line joining the apex with the points on the base circle, that is called as the generator. So the cone is having number of generators. Okay, now if we wrap the paper around this cone and if we open that paper, so the development comes something like this, and we'll get here the angle theta. So this is called as the radial development for this cone, and this theta is calculated using the formula 360 degree multiplied by r into r. Okay, where this r, small r, is the radius of base circle. Okay, so this is the small r, which is the radius of the base circle, and the capital R denotes the length of generator, length of this generator. Okay, so this length, this is denoted by the capital R. Okay, so for drawing the development of the cone, we have to calculate this theta. This theta is calculated by using the formula 360 degree multiplied by small r by capital R. Small r represent the radius of the base circle, while the capital R represent the length of this generator. Okay, so and the another thing is, while drawing its the front view and top view, so we always first draw its top view, because in top view the true shape of that particular solid is visible. So since this is a cone, so in top view the true shape of the cone is a circle. Okay, and in front view, the front view of this cone is what? It is a triangle. Okay, so that you have to remember. In case of the in cylinder and prisms, the front view is rectangle. Okay, but in case of this cone and pyramids, the front view is triangle. Okay, so that you have to remember. Okay, so this is the thing. Another important thing is, for radial line development, it is always drawn on the true length. Okay, true length. Okay, true length of, now in case of cone, it is true length of the generator, true length of the generator, and for pyramids, it is drawn on the true length of the slant edge. We will see that afterwards. Okay, so in case of the pyramids, this line is called as the slant edge. In case of the cone, this is called as the generator. So for radial line development for the cone, it is always drawn on true length of the generator. Okay, so we'll see how to recognize, or how to identify the true length of the generator. So we'll see that in the problem. Okay, so we'll start with the problem now. Now the problem says, draw the development of the cone of the base diameter 50 mm and axis height 70 mm. So using these two information, we will construct its front view and the top view, where we have given the diameter is equal to 50 mm and this axis height is given 70 mm. So we'll start with this one. So first I will construct the circle. That is the true shape of our cone. Okay, so I'm taking the radius is equal to 25. Okay, because the diameter is 50, so I'm taking the radius 25 here. Okay, so we have drawn the circle of radius 25. Okay, now after that, now I am constructing the diameters, the horizontal diameter and then vertical diameter. Okay, now I'm dividing the circle into 8 parts. So I'm taking here 45-degree angle on both sides. Okay, now divide this into 8 parts. Okay, now we'll construct here the axis. So suppose this is our axis xy, this is xy, this is our vertical plane, here we'll get front views, and this is our horizontal plane, here we'll get the top views. So top view of the cone is a circle and we have drawn that one. Okay, now the next thing is the nomenclature. So in case of the prism and cylinder, we have named it twice because there are two surfaces, one is at the bottom, another at the top. Okay, but in case of the cone and pyramid, there is only one base. Okay, so we have to name it only once in case of the cone and pyramids. Okay, so there we have named twice, but in case of cone and pyramids, we have to name it only once because we have only one base face here. Okay, so now to nomenclature this one, so this is A, this is B, C, D, E, F, here this is G and H. Now this O point in top view, it comes at the center, so this point is our O point. Okay, so this O point goes to at the center of the circle in top view. Now the front view, for drawing its front view, we will first draw its axis. So the axis is given 70 mm. So this is 70 mm here. Okay, first draw the axis. Okay, so this is axis, this is our O dash. Okay, so front views are denoted with dash. Now transfer the the projections. So the projections comes up to, in case of this cone and the pyramids, the projection comes up to only the xy line. In case of these prisms, we are drawn it upward also, because that front view is rectangle, but in case of this cone and pyramids, the front view is triangle. So all the projection, it comes only up to the xy line. So this is A dash, this is B dash and H dash, this is C dash and G dash, this is D dash and F dash, this is E dash. Okay, now since this is the front view is triangle, so you join O dash with A dash, O dash with B dash and H dash. Now here this is O dash with D dash and O dash with E dash. Okay, so we have drawn the front view as the triangle and the top view as a circle. Okay, we have named it only once. Okay, because there is only one circle is there at the bottom. Okay, so and the front view is a triangle. Okay, now we'll construct the second part of the problem, where it is cut by the cutting plane which bisect the axis of the cone. Now since it bisect the axis of the cone, so you take the center of the axis. So that center of the axis, it comes at the center of the axis is here. Now at that point, you draw one horizontal line here like this. Okay, and then at that point, what is the angle we have to take? So we have to take here 45-degree angle. So I'm taking here 45-degree angle here. So this is 45-degree angle. Okay, and then draw that angle, that section plane here. Okay, so the section plane comes something like this. Okay, so this is the cutting plane which is inclined at the angle of 45 degree. Okay, so what is the second condition? If it is cut by the cutting plane which bisect the axis, so we have taken the midpoint of the axis and then we have drawn one horizontal line there. We have taken the angle of 45 degree and we have drawn the section plane. Now we have to mark this intersection. So this is the intersection here, 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 at this point and here. Now how to mark the intersection? So again, it is very simple. If there is one edge, you mark one intersection. If there are two edges, you mark two intersection. Now see here, this is OA, this is only one edge, so here we will mark one intersection. Okay, now here there are two generators, so we'll take alphabetically. So I am taking for B, it is 2, then the H is left. Okay, we'll take that afterward. For C I am taking 3, for D I am taking 4, for E I am taking 5. Now F is remaining, so for F it is 6, for G it is 7, and for H it is 8. Okay, so likewise we have marked the intersection, because here it is, there is only one the point is there, so one intersection. Here are two points, there are two intersection. Okay, we have taken alphabetically, so for A, B, C, D, E we have taken 1 2 3 4 5. For F it is 6, for G it is 7, and for H it is 8. Okay, so likewise we have marked the intersection. Okay, now the another the see, after completing the front view and top view of this cone, the most important the part of this radial line development is the radial line development is to be drawn on true length of the generator. Now we know that this is the generator. Now how we will recognize that it is a true length? So O dash E dash, if this line in top view it is parallel to xy, then this line represents the true length of the generator. Now you see that this O dash E dash, it is inclined in front view, but in top view it is parallel to xy. Okay, so this OE is parallel to xy, so this O dash and E dash, it will represent the true length in the front view. Okay, now if you see OF is inclined in top view, so O dash and F dash, it will not represent the true length in front view. Only that line or generator, it represents the true length if it is parallel to xy in top view. So there are only two edges, OE and OA, which are parallel to the xy line or axis. Okay, so these two generator, to O dash E dash and O dash A dash, they will only represent the true length. Okay, so the development, it always starts on the true length of the generator. Okay, so we'll now take that generator as our reference. So keep your roller scale on the generator, because this is represent the true length, and then roll it and draw a parallel line. Okay, so this is O and we will start with A. Okay, now the next thing is, you for the radial line development, it comes in the form of the arc. So you take O as a radius, O as a center, and A as a radius, and then draw the arc. Okay, now how many divisions we have to divide this arc? So we have divided the circle into 8 parts. Okay, so you take the arc distance of the circle. Okay, so and then divide it into 1, then this is 2. Okay, this is 3, 4, 5, this 6, 7, and here it comes the 8. Okay, so we have divided that into 8 divisions. Okay, so you're going somewhere here. Okay, now join these 8 divisions. Okay, so it is coming something like this. So here these are the we are joining the divisions what we are drawn using by taking the arc distance of the circle. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so this complete the basic development for the radial basic development, that is for radial line development. Now the nomenclature is A, B, C, D, E, F, here G and H, and again the last one is here A. Okay, because OA and OA, they comes together and then it forms the cone. Okay, so that is our lateral surface. Okay, so we have drawn that one. Okay, so now the next step is to transfer the intersection. So the method to transfer the intersection is, now you transfer this 1 intersections on the generator. So this is 1, then this is the 2 and 7, this is 3 and 6, this is 4 and 4 and 6, and this is 5. Okay, so this is for 1. Okay, this is for 2 and 8. Okay, this is for 3 and 7. Okay, then this is for the 4 and 6, and the last one is for 5. Okay, so we got here we have transferred the intersections on the true length of the generator. Now the next step is to transfer it on their respective generators now. Okay, So now one is on OA. So already we have transferred that here. So this is 1. Now the OE is also here, so you take O as a center, A as a radius, okay, and transfer it here. Okay, so it goes here, so this is 1. Okay, now you take O center. Now we'll transfer the second projections. Okay, so O and second intersection, you draw the arc. Then the third intersection, you draw the arc. Then the next intersection, you draw the arc here, and the last intersection is here. You draw by taking that as a radius, you draw that as a arc. Okay, the first arc is this one, by taking 1 as a radius. Okay, like this. Okay, now this is the intersection 1, so 1 comes on OA. Now 2 is on B and 8 is on H. So this is 2, 8. So this comes here. This is 2 on OB, and this is 8. So 8 on OH. This is 3, 7. 3 is on C. 3 is on C. So this is 3 is on C. 7 is on G. So this is 7 is on G. Sorry, here. G. Then 4 is on D. So 4, this is arc. So 4 is on D. So this is 4. 6 is on F. So this is 6 is on OF. 5 is on OE. 5 is on OE. So this is 5. Okay. So we have marked the intersection. How we have marked the intersection? First we have marked the intersection according to the number of edges. Then we have transferred that intersections on our true length of the generator. We have taken the center O and that intersection as a radius. We have drawn the arcs, and then we have transferred respective the intersections on the respective generators. Now we have to join these points. So how to join these points? So this point comes something like this. So this is the line here. Okay. Now since this is a cone, the development comes in the form of the curve, similar to the cylinder. So for cylinder and the cone, the development comes in the form of the curve. Now you join all these points using the French curve. So I'm joining here with freehand because I don't have that French curve with me. So like this, 1 2 3 5 6 7 8, and like this. Okay, the bottom part, the bottom arc is also dark, so we have to draw that arc also dark here. Okay, so it comes something like this. Okay, so this arc is also dark here. Okay, so what we have done now, so we have drawn the development of this part because this part get removed. Okay, so this is the radial line development for the cone. Okay, so this part is very important, and this angle is what? This angle is theta. How to calculate this angle theta? So this is 360 degree small r by capital R. Now what is this small r here? So theta is equal to 360 degree. R is this is how much? This is 25. So this is 25. Now capital R is what? It is the length of this generator. So we have to measure this distance. So this distance is 775. So you calculate this angle, so that comes in degree, and you write down that angle here. Okay, now you complete the development something like this, and in examination we have to calculate this angle also, and that angle we have to put it here. Okay, so this is called as the radial line development method for the constructions of the cone. Okay,